हॅलो हाय दिस इज शंकर कंडेरा। मित्रांनो, आपण सर्वांना कृष्ण जन्माष्टमीच्या हार्दिक शुभेच्छा। आज भगवान श्री कृष्णांचा जन्म दिवस आहे, जन्मोत्सव आहे। आजची तिथी अष्टमी, मास श्रावण आणि ही वद्य पक्षातली अष्टमी तिथी आहे। मित्रांनो, श्री कृष्णाचा जन्म कुठं कसा कधी झाला हे आपण सर्वांना माहिती आहे आणि म्हणून मी हा विषय निवडला आहे का तुम्ही ह्याची माहिती असल्यामुळे माझ्याबरोबर सहज इंग्लिशमध्ये कृष्ण जन्माष्टमीबद्दल बोलू शकाल। तर आपण सुरू करूया। व्हेरी गुड, चला सुरू करूया। देयर वॉज अ किंग, हिज नेम वॉज कंस। इन इंग्लिश इट इज कॉल्ड कंसा। एक राजा होता, त्याचं नाव कंस होता। दिस कंस was a very cruel, merciless and hard-hearted king. He was reigning in Mathura. Mathura was his kingdom. Everybody in Mathura was very scared of merciless, hard-hearted and cruel King Kamsa. But someone was very dear to Kamsa, and that was his cousin. Her name was Devaki. He used to adore her, admire her and love her so much. Devaki was married to Vasudev, and after her marriage, Kamsa's love towards her and affection towards her, he chose to drive her chariot to her in-laws' place. He was driving the chariot. On the way, there was a big sound, and the sound came from the sky. It said, "Why are you so happy, cruel Kamsa? The very Devaki to whom you are driving to her in-laws' place, she will give birth to a child, and that child will destroy you, that child will kill you, the child will punish you for your all evil work." Listening this, Kamsa was very much annoyed. He became furious. He took out his sword and he said, "If that is the case, I will slay Devaki here itself." Listening this, Vasudev stood up with the folded hands. He said, "My lord, O king, please forgive her. Please spare her life. Please do not slay her. I will promise you that any child is born to us, I will hand over that child to you." The Kamsa agreed, and he brought Vasudev and Devaki to a prison in Mathura. They were put in the prison, and it was very dark. As the time passed, Devaki gave birth to a child. The message went to the king Kamsa. Kamsa came running to the prison and demanded the child from Devaki. Devaki prayed, "Devaki, plead not to kill my child." But Kamsa did not listen. Kamsa snatched away the child from her hand and held the newly born child by legs and hit hard on the wall. The child died on the spot. The Devaki and Vasudev were very sad. Kamsa went back. Like this, Devaki gave birth to 5 children, and each of the child was killed by cruel Kamsa. Now, as the time passed away, Devaki gave birth to a 7th child. That was a baby boy. But miraculously, this boy was escaped from the jail and went to Gokul, and his name was Balaram. Balaram was the elder brother of Lord Sri Krishna. And when the king came to see the baby child, the Vasudev said, "O king, this time it was a stillborn baby." It was a stillborn baby. म्हणजे मृत बालक जन्माला आला होता. तर मित्रांनो, तुम्हाला सगळं समजत आहे ना? मी तुम्हाला मराठीत पण सांगणार आहे, इंग्लिशमध्ये सांगतच आहे. तर त्याच्यानंतर काय घडतं? नाव व्हॉट हॅपन्स? द कंसा गोज बॅक, and as the time passed, in the due course of time, Devaki was about to give to a 8th child. Before the birth of the child, Lord Vishnu appeared in the jail, and the God said, "I am going to take birth from you. So as soon as the child is born, please take this child to Gokul." And the God disappeared. And after the moments, Devaki gave birth to her 8th child. As soon as the child was born, Vasudev, the father of the 8th child, told to Devaki that, "Hand over this child to me. As the gods wish, I will take away this child to Gokul." Devaki, with very high, sad feelings, gave the child to Vasudev. Vasudev put the child in a basket, and he held that basket on his head. But before that, a miracle happened. As soon as the child was born, जसं बालकाचा जन्म झाला, त्यांच्या बेड्या तुटून पडल्या, साखळदंड तुटून पडले. The shackles broke away, the chains loosened and broke away, and as Vasudev started walking, the doors of the prison swung open, satad ugde झाले. As he kept on walking, he found the guards of the prison were deep in sleep. As he was walking towards river Yamuna, Vasuki Nag was following him, and this Nag spread his hood over the newly born child, on that child, to protect him from the rainy water. This night was 8th tithi of Vadya Paksha, that is of Shravan Mas. That tithi is today. Today is Krishna Janmashtami, and it was a very dark night. The night sky was filled with the very, very dark clouds. Nothing was seen. The thunders were there. With the light of the thundering, Vasudev found his way. And as he reached at the bank of river Yamuna parted and gave way to Vasudev. Vasudev went to Gokul. He placed this baby boy in the cradle of a female baby, and he took that female baby back to the prison. As he came in the prison, automatically the doors of the prison closed. आपोआप त्या तुरुंगाचे दरवाजे बंद झाले, and the guards who were deep in sleep woke up by listening the cry of newly born baby. त्या नवजात शिशूच्या रडण्याचा आवाज ऐकून त्या तुरुंगाचे गार्ड जागे झाले, and they immediately went and reported the birth of a baby. Listening this news, getting this message, Kansa ran towards the prison and he demanded the baby. Now, Vasudev and Devaki were pleading him that please do not kill this baby, as this baby is female baby. ही मुलगी जन्माला आलेली आहे, मुलगा नाही जो तुम्हाला आकाशवाणीच्या माध्यमाने सांगण्यात आलं होतं का तुमचं वध करेल, तुम्हाला संपवेल, तर हा मुलगा नव्हे तर मुलगी आहे. But Kamsa did not listen to their plea and he snatched away the baby, female baby, from Devaki, and he took out his sword to slay her. He took out his sword to slay her. And a miracle happened, that miraculously that baby slipped away from his hands and rose in the air, and that transformed into, or you can say, Goddess Durga appeared in the jail and said, "O cruel Kamsa, the one who is going to punish you has already taken birth and he is there in Gokul, he is safe, and I have seen the cruelty of yours that you did not hesitate to kill an infant female child. So he will punish you by killing you." And listening this, the Kamsa was terrified. हे ऐकून तो भयभीत झाला आणि हे सगळं ऐकून वासुदेव आणि देवकी यांना अत्यानंद झाला. मित्रांनो, this way the Lord Krishna was born in Mathura and he was transported to Gokul. There he grew and later on he came back to Mathura and killed his mama, his uncle called Kamsa. तर अशी आहे कृष्ण जन्माची कथा. मित्रांनो, आता तुम्ही हे सगळं इंग्लिशमध्ये बोलू शकता. तुम्ही आत्तापर्यंत मला अति शांतपणे, पेशंटली, अतिशय धीराने तुम्ही मला ऐकलं, त्याच्याबद्दल मी तुमचा आभारी आहे आणि याचा फायदा तुम्हालाच होणार आहे. तुम्हीच अतिशय सुंदर प्रकारे इंग्लिशमध्ये कृष्ण जन्माबद्दल बोलू शकता. थँक यू व्हेरी मच. जय श्री कृष्ण, जय श्री कृष्ण.